Hey, this is Dr. Shannon Tran, Executive Efficiency Coach, and I help overworked and exhausted executives be able to create more balance and ease and harmony within themselves so they can achieve with ease. In this video, I'm going to share tip number 3 for being able to up-level your personal leadership. And in this video, I want to share the concept of doing first things first. So in order to set you up for success, you've got to first know who you are. And a lot of us maybe get confused about who we think we should be, or attempting to meet the demands of family or friends or expectations of others. And in order to up-level your personal leadership, you've really got to decide who you want to be. And even before you decide or even know exactly what you want to accomplish or what you even want to do, you've got to really get grounded and figure out first who you want to be. And there's this formula that says being leads to doing, leads to having. And when we have more clarity about who we are, that actually leads us to what we end up doing, which leads us to what we have. And so many people start backwards because they focused on what they think they want or what they want to have. But then when they work through that logic, many times they end up feeling unfulfilled because who they are does not line up with what they have. And you can end up feeling dissatisfied, empty, and unfulfilled. So the best way to increase your chances of success is to first decide who is the person you are going to be. And just think about what maybe the top 3 people that you admire. Maybe it's a political figure or historical figure, like I'm thinking of Benjamin Franklin, right? Or even Abraham Lincoln. And with these gentlemen, they were innovative and they were able to take a stand. They knew who they were. They had a specific way of being. And so just think about the top 3 people that you admire. What do you admire about them? Is it the quality of courage? Do they have high integrity? Do you like that they're honest? Think about the people who you admire most in your life, and then ask yourself if you're living those particular qualities. And if not, how can you begin to integrate those qualities into your life? And the reality is, it's because it's not really who what we do, it's really who we are. And when we can get grounded in who we are, what we do becomes more clear, and we're able to achieve with a lot more ease and handle setbacks better. We can overcome obstacles or be able to be more resilient when things don't go our way when we have clarity in who we are. So what I often do when I'm working on this concept is I'll get like a simple binder or a folder, and I'll just begin to think about people who I really admire. And maybe it's someone from your past, maybe it's a parent that you really looked up to, or maybe it's your first boss, or maybe it's someone else that had a positive influence on your life. And just take a couple minutes and write down what you really liked about them. And then ask yourself, how can you begin to apply that quality into your own life? So if it's integrity, well, what does integrity look like? What would that mean to you if you began to live from a place of integrity? What would you be doing differently? How would you be showing up in your relationships or at work? How would you be handling challenging situations? So take a couple minutes, because when you practice this exercise, it begins to open your mind up and you begin to have more clarity about who you are. And when you have clarity about who you are, everything else lines up, right? You begin to have a sense of what you really want to do in life. What's your purpose? What's most important to you? It all stems from who you decide to be. And when I did this exercise, I ended up with writing down a list of 3 pages of the kind of person I wanted to be, and really take 5 to 10 minutes to visualize it for yourself. So it's deeply meaningful. Are you wise? Are you accomplished? Are you honest? And really begin to paint a picture. What would that person look like? And write it down. What would that person think like? How would that person act? Because when you begin to visualize and paint a picture, you're starting to create that person. And then it's easier for you to begin to model the person you want to be. And when you have clarity about that, when you first decide who you're going to be, that then influences what you're going to do, the choices that you make, the decisions that you make, the people that you bring into your life. And then from there, you get to the having. When you start from the being, when you start from you deciding who you want to be, when you eventually get to what you have, it will be much more meaningful. It will be in alignment with who you are, and you will have much more peace and harmony within yourself. So I hope you found this tip helpful about first deciding who you're going to be before you take a step on what you're going to do. Start there, and everything else will fall into place. So if you're ready to take this a step further, if you'd like to learn more about how to decide on who you're going to be and what skills you may need to learn, what habits you may need to develop, I'd like you to set up a complimentary 20-minute efficiency breakthrough session with me. And in this session, we're going to identify what are some of the leaks in your daily life? What are the inconsistencies? We'll uncover the blocks to your own balance and flow. We'll also map out a path so you can achieve with more ease. And if you're someone who really wants to experience success in a deeply meaningful way, know that you're making a difference and see it reflected in your reality as well as in your relationships and even in your bank account, then you definitely want to decide who you're going to be. I'd love to support you. You can book an efficiency breakthrough session with me at shannontranphd.com. With that, I wish you a great day. Take care now.